All right, boys. Boys. Calm down, calm down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second T.O.A Podcast. So, for those who may not know, we decided that the podcast was going to be called the T.O.A Podcast. T.O.A standing for Trio of Albertans. So, basically, what I'm saying is none of us are allowed to leave the province, ever. Got that, boys?
I wasn't planning to do it anyways.
Good.
Not that the situation would even be allowed currently.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna be getting used to moving the mic around. I don't like it. I don't like moving mics around.
Well,
I just like to move Michaels around though.
Well, he's already in Boston, so we don't need to move him around more.
this is how we get our exercise.
Yes, for some of those who may be listening to this podcast and may not know, we're gonna try and make the audio sound a little bit louder, so we're just passing the single mic around. So, yeah, maybe be a little bit more unusual listening to it.
Because we're cheap, and this is what we do.
Very cheap.
Single Mike, he's married.
Ah, no. Single mic. Oh gosh.
So we know who the crack wise are.
You know that idea of saying basically just leave Jordan out of this might sound like a decent idea at the moment. So
Why do you think I'm the co-host?
Okay. So today's topic, we are going to continue with the last podcast and talk about the 90th anniversary Lego set, because the first round for voting is over, and so first off we got the three themes that made it through the first round was Bionicle with the majority vote, followed by Classic Space and then Pirates. However, Lego did decide to add Castle because all the sub-themes of Castle combined was enough to warrant them moving it in. And I think enough Castle fans were complaining that they moved them out or like separated them. So they've given the four themes. I still voted Bionicle. George?
I too voted Bionicle.
Joseph, well, we kind of know what you're still having those issues with it, aren't ya? Huh, boy?
Yeah, I have issues that I can't get online, but I would have voted Bionicle if I could.
So we're all true blue Bionicle fans. So good job, everybody.
Some better than others.
Oh, okay. Also, this is not necessarily a Bionicle podcast, but yes, we'll be very biased towards Bionicle, judging by the name T.O.A.
Well, bias does start with a B.
Bias also starts with B-I, just like Bionicle,
Followed by a vowel. B-I vowel.
and then a
And some
consonant, and then the rest of the word.
Consonant
No,
would be
see.
nice.
No, Bionicle and bias both start with B-I, followed by a vowel, followed by the rest of the word.
Maybe some consonant B's.
So, but no. So we decided to discuss about what we want for if Bionicle were to win. What necessarily would we actually want as a 90th anniversary set? Because this has definitely, I think, been the question that a lot of Bionicle fans have been asking themselves of, okay, if we actually got, what would we want? Now, I do know some people obviously would like, a construction set. That's not happening. Let's all be real here. It's not going to be a construction set, even if Bionicle somehow Lego bestows upon us a new, glorious, amazing set. Don't touch my mic. It's my mic. It's a beautiful mic.
He's our Paul.
Beautiful mic.
He's related to all of us.
Okay, if we make another, we can't keep using mic as a mic joke constantly.
We have to
So-
cater to our audience.
Yes, cater to like well, let's see, 1 times 4, about the 4% of our audience. If we want to go cater him, then we have to cater to William and like everyone else. But okay, staying on track instead of mic jokes. Thank you very much, Will. A lot of people have asked what we would want as a set. And like I said, it's also not going to be strategy, it'll also be system. What do we want as system?
Before I dignify that with an answer, I need to say that this is Zactag here, joining Paul or Onvermel on this podcast.
That's true. We didn't introduce ourselves this time. See, I'm not sitting on the far right this time. This time, Zacta. And then there's Onvermel in the middle. And then to my left, we got EK.
Or
EK's nice. Nah, I like EK. Well, either one works. Ek,
What the heck
EK.
is Ek doing over there?
See, the funny thing, I get pretty used to calling him Ek, and then I call him EK, so either one works. See, eventually we will stick with what names we want to use on the podcast. Eventually.
Maybe.
William,
Or we'll just change it up every week. That'll be fun, too.
I could be Tohunga one.
Yes, maybe next week I'll be Overlord, Supreme Ruler of Canada. Right? I can be that, right, guys?
I will migrate to America for that.
No, ugh, ooh, no. Okay, but still, Bionicle system set. If honestly, this is just hopeful thinking. I don't think Lego's actually going to do it. Now that Castle and Classic Space are contenders, I don't think we're going to get Bionicle set. But oh gosh darn it, I drank too much beer again. Sorry, Dad, Mom, or siblings.
Actually, with them adding a fourth
I spilled some.
first place winner, it actually gives Bionicle a better chance because the 2 contenders are now split between 3. So the non-Bionicle voters have more options.
See, the thing is though, the math with this right now is like, okay, Bionicle might get, let's say, up to 15%. All the Castle themes combined were still less than Bionicle, so I don't think their combined numbers are going to be much higher than Bionicle.
But they won't deviate to Pirates and Classic Space anymore.
But those people who voted like Adventures and Paradise, they're probably going to vote for
I
like
did not-
Castle or Space.
But it'll be spread out, so the odds are ever increasing.
The thing is, though, I did notice a lot of people who voted Bionicle did vote Adventures too. So, because Adventures did come close enough to Bionicle that we might get lucky. The thing is, though, all the spacers, and like I said, the actual amount of votes not going to matter too much at the end of this. Now, but when it comes down to Bionicle sets that I would want, I have like 3 specific sets I would, or 4 types of different sets I would want from it. Number 1, a like system figure built of the Great Spirit Matanui robot.
I second this option.
Do we get a third?
I third this option. Motion carried.
Yes, this time you're allowed to smack the table, but only that time. Take a swig. So that's my number 1 pick. Not only is it, I would say, more accessible to other people, but it'll also be a great display piece. And that's the one thing from like the Bionicle G1 canon that I really, really, really wish we had. And there's been some ideas like sets out there that have been in that. I like look at them and go, I want that. And because it doesn't have a mask or anything or weapons, you don't need to make unique items or have to worry about, oh, how do I make this piece with system? It's probably the easiest. Okay, not the easiest one, but one of the best ones. Yes.
Just earlier today, I saw Lego Ideas for this very thing, and I'm like, yes.
Biosector 1 Facebook page?
Yes.
Good job. Yes, so I saw that too. So that's my number 1 pick. Another one I think would still be really good is like the Sakota model, where it's basically different scenes of the Bionicle universe. Like the original one had basically the I believe Matanui Beach, the giant Matanui fighting Makuta in the final battle, and then what was the third?
The third one was Matoro putting on the mask to save the universe.
I'm drowning. When
So much
yeah, it's basically Matoro's death. So
sad.
I still think that is a very, very good idea.
So the 3 deaths.
So, but I don't know if it would be like needs to be executed differently or something. But because this is a 90th anniversary set, they could be bigger. So I can see that being more likely. Another one I know that you were mentioning was basically similar to I'm pointing to Stack by the way when I said you're mentioning, not the other one, not myself. Was basically like how you'd like basically just a like a basically a brick built Kanoe mask. A mural, a mosaic.
Yeah.
Or just a bust, even.
Very bust.
The bus would be pretty cool.
Well, now if it's going to be a bust, it's got to be Rudaka.
But if it's just a head, then it's not worth it.
No, they do the bust fall.
Oh. Okay. Yes.
They
But
call
so,
it a bust for a reason.
but actually reading the comments to the first round of voting, there was one person who was jokingly saying, "Oh, watch how Bionicle wins, and they'll just get like a bunch of 1x1 round tiles to make a mosaic of some box art." And so another guy was on this joke. He's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, Bionicle fans, oh that's what they deserve." And this actual Bionicle fan was like, "That'd be great. I'd love that."
Don't you remember the how? This would be awesome.
I mean, I don't think any anniversary set is going to be a mosaic, but
Hey, we'll take
if
what
Lego
we
made a
get.
Bionicle mosaic, I'd be okay with that.
If that's them throwing us a bone, I will take it.
Bone. Yeah, but basically, no, it's like Koda's model, or like a system like display piece of different scenes from the Bionicle Models, or the Great Spear Robot. I'm both game for. Ek, do you have any other ideas that you would like to see?
I would like to see sort of a Kinney Nui playset.
Ooh.
I've seen a couple people have ideas for that on the internet. Someone mentioned it somewhere, probably the Brickset comments.
I think I.
And I thought, like, this would be a grand idea. You could have minifigs of the T.O.A. or something. I think minifigs would look great. You could easily do it.
Oh. Yeah, so the one thing, I think I even saw some. I think I've seen models of that made. Like I think when the Three Virtues channel was basically doing like a contest for like making system Bionicle sets. I think there was someone who made like basically that as a concept.
There might be something like that on Lego Ideas already, too.
So Bionicle fans, congregate to Lego's ideas and just vote anything Bionicle. Just like upvote anything Bionicle. Pad the stats.
Transformers fans, join in the call and get us Bionicle back.
As a Transformers fan, I say actually, I think a lot of Transformers fans actually like Bionicles. I've seen a lot of YouTubers who have Bionicles always seem to have Transformers around somewhere. Usually not just Prime. So you know what? I think you guys. I don't think that. I think you got the same group here.
Well, giant robots, and they're mechs. That Bionicles are much closer. Are like the Lego version of action figures, and Transformers are basically just glorified cool action figures.
I swallowed a bug. I'll try to. I mean that's kind of true. I mean, let's see. You can both of them. You're building a figure out of not figures. You build a figure out of parts, and you build a figure out of truck. Sort of. I mean,
Reorganized.
there's a reason. Well, there's a reason why Lego Bioformers are so popular for people to make like Bionicle Transformers.
Hey, what now?
Bioformers, Bionicle Transformers is a very big thing on the internet. Well, a lot
Oh,
of very common ways. You know, basically make a lot of times you use usually like a single set, and then basically make it turn to like usually a ship, a flying spaceship, and then to a figure.
Generic thing you can create.
Basically, like yeah, basically. So, but no, I would like the Biosector One Facebook page basically shared the Great Spear Robot build, and I looked at it and go, I really, really, really want this.
Give me the building.
I did vote for it. I gave it my support. I am one number in a 10,000 way there.
I was another number, too.
Ooh, two. Joseph, what do you have to say for yourself?
I can't get on.
I think there was like 2 Great Spirit robots on Ideas. I voted for both of them.
I need to go through ideas and just look at. Dang, they have a hiccups. I just need to go through the ideas page and just look at anything Bionicle. But oh wow, we really gone off topic from the 90th anniversary, didn't we? Trying to keep okay, but you know, you were saying that you wanted a Kini Nui. I definitely think that's out of a weaker likeliness, but it would still be really, really cool. Like I'd love to see basically Lego have just all the T.O.A. That's the best choice. That's the best way to get all the T.O.A. as minifigs though, compared to I think any other idea.
Another idea I just thought of right now was you could have a giant mech of Makuta, a brick-built Makuta with some minifig T.O.A. All 7 of them, just because.
This just in, the drawing came up with a brilliant idea at time at 8:31 p.m. on a Thursday night. Everybody start voting for Bionicle now, and then maybe eventually nothing will happen. Joseph, take it away.
I don't even know why I'm here. You guys have been saying everything on my mind.
Surely you have another idea. What else would you want to see as a Bionicle set, huh? Huh?
I mean, the stuff you people are working on for Lego Ideas, a single T.O.A. with a canister built out of bricks. But that's a weaker option compared to, say, the whole frickin' T.O.A. team back together for one last bash. Like Luke Skywalker and the reunion he never got.
See, asking for the whole T.O.A. team is asking a lot, though, I think. Relatively competing to a lot of other stuff. You're trying to get like the whole T.O.A. team. Not only is that like a lot of other parts, but also like the single like I would say probably the one that Ek build. I think the amount of parts for Tahu I would guess would be around want to say like 100 probably.
Tahu had almost exactly 200 pieces.
Okay, so 200 pieces. Whole team, that is like 1,200 pieces. That is a lot of parts.
I think you misunderstand me. I like the Tahu with the canister, but I also just want all the T.O.A. So they could be smaller, or like the Makuta with actual 7 figs, because we want Takanuva if we have Makuta.
True. See, no, I'm just like the idea of basically making a system scale replica of of like Tahoe. The reason why we say Tahoe is just because let's be honest, if they're going for any Bionicle, it's going to be Tahoe. The only one I could sort of see him doing maybe like is maybe Takanuva, just because he's the seventh Toa. But I kind of feel like Takanuva lost a bit of his
Majesty.
celebrity status like after '03. He basically was like a giant celebrity in '03, and then kind of just got pushed to the side, sideswiped by Metro Nui's prequel story. Which don't get me wrong, I like myself the Metro Nui, the Metro Nui's they're good, they're very nice. But is it Takanova? Next time we saw Takanova, he was a giant big boy with big old feet, and he was like twice as tall, wasn't even gold, and was kind of half evil. Oh, but fighting the good, half bad. Ugh! Drama! Someone please take the mic away from me for a second.
I took the mic away from him. Yeah, so all 6 Toa be deal. And I mean, if they were to throw in a Rahi or 5, that would be okay.
Ooh, Rai definitely would be really, really cool to see. Like, especially if we did something like minifig scale, like we have minifigs. I think Rahi definitely, if you had Kinui with like the 6 Toa, possibly even like a Makuta, like a headgear, similarly like his like infected How, and then basically did like I don't know like a couple of Nui Rama and like a Muwaka. That would be, those would be sublime.
You know, if you made the Toa micro figures, you could literally just use the Scorpion as a Nui Jaga.
I don't want microfigure.
Or
Actually, no, I do want to micro. Anything Bionicle I want.
Or Paul, red
Don't care.
Scorpions with normal size fig as Kofu Jaga.
Yes, the code. They're not making Kofu Jaga, but I can make my own Kofu Jaga. I can make my own Kofu Jaga right now. I think. I'm pretty sure I have all the parts. But no, I was like, I think there was an what was it? So we have basically Kininui playset. Basically, Manui Spirit Robot.
Has my vote.
Ups like a system 1-to-1 scale like of the original Toa.
Has my vote.
All of them gets their vote. That's good. Good to know you guys are supporting the troops. You guys are a lot quieter today. Congratulations. Good thing I've had
It's
this
been
wobbly
a
pops.
long week.
See, that's why I got the wobbly pops. So I can do more talking. But like I said, I also want to keep this one actually closer to half an hour because editing to get pictures takes a lot of time. So any minute I get free is like, mwah, beautiful.
Really, what they should just do for the 90th anniversary set is just have 4 smaller models in the set, one for each of the 4 winners: a Bionicle, a Space, a Castle, a Pirate Ship, etc.
See, actually, that brings up a point that again the YouTuber Duckbricks was saying that Lego should have done for this was not have a single set, but similar to like Ninjago's legacy sets, is just have a series of sets where you get like several things. You got the big castle set, you got maybe a smaller space set. Like you have like a wave of basically like nostalgia inducing beautiful babies of sets.
Or like those Star Wars sets that came out the other year celebrating the 20th anniversary of Star Wars. There was like 5 or 6 sets.
Yeah.
But Bionicle has to be the biggest.
I don't say it had to be the biggest, but that'd be nice. But I'm like, I do find it interesting that they're only going for one set out of this. Especially when ideas like
Star Wars got 4
it's just like,
to a single.
you think out of the 90th anniversary for Lego, like something like that big is like,
Gotta have 90 sets.
no, go. Well, we'll get Classic Space to 90. But it's just like, why one? Like, the thing is, one, like, how big is this set going to be? Is it going to be $300?
It better be.
Like, I feel like it's going to be at least 200. Like, minimum.
Agreed. Minimum 200 is probably going to be the benchmark.
Well, it's like, the blacksmith shop for ideas was 200, and that doesn't seem like. I can guarantee you whatever's going to be, I'm guessing it's going to be like 300 Canadian. I'm guessing like Barracuda Bay size, basically. Honestly, Barracuda Bay I think is a really good. I know Barracuda Bay wasn't quite 300, but
it was 260 Canadian, and boy, is it a gorgeous, lovely boat.
Beautiful.
Seen better.
Just like my wife.
Mind you.
No one's going to mention I don't have a wife, huh?
A lot of time
Okay.
with a guy
So wait, hold on. If I edit this little bit out, I can just pretend that I have a wife online and be like, oh, yeah, no, guys, I totally have a wife, playboy.
He's single!
Yes, ladies, just checking now. Hey, get the ladies, just so all y'all aware, currently right now, Paul Houston, this guy right here, sexy Onvermel, I am single and ready to mingle.
And there's good reason for that.
Hey, yes, I'm just too much for any one woman to handle. That's the good reason, right?
I have to say, Barracuda Bay is a nice set. The ship, to me, is underwhelming. Bear in mind, my brother builds really impressive ships a lot.
See, I think my problem with the ship from Barracuda Bay came down mostly to the color palette. Like there's certain sections where it's like you couldn't notice any detail because it was like just black, and it was lacking a little bit of life that like the original set had. Agreed?
The actual set as shipwrecked is better than the boat. The boat is nice. The boat is great. The boat is lovely, but the set is even better than that.
I think
It has no
I think the
comments.
best part of the boat was like the building techniques it used for the hull. Very inspiring. It's just so beautiful, beautiful. Yes, he wants the mic. He wants the mic.
Eck, I have to ask.
Oh, he does.
For a guy who has a problem with Pirates of the Caribbean 4, how come I've never heard of this complaint for Barracuda Bay?
What complaints?
You can put the cannons on the boat. You just have to remove a few stuff. Just modify it a little bit.
But and that's a complaint I have with the set. It's a very minor complaint. So, but this is also the thing about, I would say, Bionicle. Like, if they made a system set for Bionicles, like, also exactly, like, what would they choose? Because, like, I look at the options, like, like a, Matanui, the Matanui robot, the playset Kinui. You got the, kind of more display, different scenes. Even a mosaic. All these ideas are, like, pretty good, but it's like, I feel like these would all just fit better as just a regular idea set, better than like a 90th anniversary. But I just hope that, like I said, I don't think they'll make like Bionicle, but I just really, really do hope that Lego does notice that, hey, there's a lot. I do feel like after this, they might reconsider basically like, I feel like after this, and then Lego, like I would say, after all this is over, and the next, like a Bionicle project gets to 10,000, I would say its chances of making it through is going to be a lot higher than the previous one, just because now Lego has like these stats and seeing, okay, we have this many people wanting Bionicle, and as the Bionicle fans get older, they get more money to spend on it, which is a key thing. And just like this is like doubling down on like proving like, yeah, we want Bionicle, especially if they can like make another impact on the second round of voting.
As long as it looks good,
So,
they'll sell good.
but yeah, no. So it's like I really, my number one pick is Matanui Great Spirit Robot. Number one pick.
Mine is something Bionicle. I have to say something though.
Eh?
You know how there's some very avid Bionicle haters out there?
Yes.
They probably like Bionicle, just don't want to admit it. Think about it. Paraka, Baraki, everything else, especially the Glatorians, we absolutely hated them, and now like we got every single one and can't get enough.
That's a bit different because no, we legitimately hated them when we said it, and then once we liked them, we liked them. Bionicle fans, Bionicle haters, it's more so.
They need to give it a chance.
I would say it's like they aren't going to give it a chance, and they're fine with that. And to be honest, getting to a whole new building system is fair because, like, don't get me wrong, I would never go into a whole building Technic system because I have no care for Technic. But so I'm like, they're not going to give it. Well, I guess that's true. I guess we had that one friend from the Lego group who basically did give it a chance. But the thing is, Bionicle haters is like, they're not that many of them, like that vocal. It's more so the vocal minority, the loud person in like the group of 100 sort of like idea.
It's not that they're vocal, it's how they are vocal. It's how they say it. It just grinds my gears.
The hashtag no Bionicle. Or anything but Bionicle. It's like, wait a minute, hold on, you're saying anything but. You means you'd rather have an Extreme Team set. Don't get, I like Extreme Team. Hold on, okay, get this. You say anything but Bionicle. Would you rather have Galador? Would you rather have
Galador!
Galador, yes. Would you rather have a licensed team or Bionicle?
Hey,
Like,
I think they could redo Galador. But
the thing is, like, the thing I've never understood, like, I understand why Bionicle fans are super annoyed at, like, non-Bionicle, like, Bionicle haters, because we've dealt with it so much, like, we're tired of hearing it. But it's like, Bionicle haters is like, could you just kind of shut up for a while? Like, come on, we know you don't like Bionicle.
Been dead for 10 years
It's like,
now.
Shut up. It's like, at least Ninjago fans, I'll give them credit. Ninjago fans at least appreciate Bionicle for what it was. And, they look back and go, Bionicle's like, yeah, that's the reason why Ninjago exists, because let's be honest, Ninjago took Bionicle's formula and basically polished it off for a more marketable,
Right.
a more marketable basically recurring thing. I think Ninjago is on the downhill climb now. Like I said, like the newer stuff's all like all these legacy sets. Like you can tell they're running out of steam. Very much so. You were saying something, right? Say something.
Yeah, they're running out of steam. It's inevitable. It's like a good TV show. Eventually, you got to end. But it doesn't mean you can't reboot it in a new way. I mean, just look at there's a really good reboot of something that the Joker. They've been everything they've done Joker to death, but they made a new movie that was a new twist and it worked.
I mean, technically, Ninja kind of got a soft reboot. I'm not talking about the year rebooted, because and you know that's called rebooted, and Ninjago was supposed to be canceled before it. It still feels like exactly the same sort of stuff the season before. However, but like when after the Lego movie, the Lego Ninjago movie came out, basically they had a time travel season or a season about time travel, and then the next season everything looked like the characters look a little bit different. This is a little bit different. They kind of like slightly rebooted it, so it kind of feels like a little bit. So it's like I don't know where I was going with that. I just felt like bringing that up, but um yeah, no, I just really want to see a Great Spirit Man new robot, and it's just like that'd be so. Cause I can imagine like a good like foot tall Matanui Great Spirit World, just having that on your shelf piece. Don't get me wrong, I have a foot tall Matanui. It's called the set, but that is not the Great Spirit robot. That's just
Yeah, you got
non-canon big boyness.
Yeah, you have his evil
I do.
brother, Bracken, not Bracken.
Dentar?
Dentar.
Well,
The
okay.
5-foot one.
Dentar's okay. Right now he's only gonna be just shy of 4 feet. Okay. Yes, he's not actually going to quite be 4 foot,
Oh,
but he's just shy of
bigger
4
than
foot.
even a Brussels sprout will take him down.
Yes, he'll crush
He
the
eats
Brussels sprouts.
for breakfast.
Well, yeah, he's not quite
He's
done
evil.
yet, but the thing is, I just really my number one pick is that Manu's robot because I just think it's like it's the kind of closure that Bionicle fans I think could use because like that was also the end of the story when that was kind of like near the end of the story that robot was revealed. The final battles between Manui's and Makuta's robots, so it's kind of like that's I think the perfect closure set that Bionicle fans could use to be like appease them, be like, you got this. This is like the final thing that I think everybody was wanting and needing.
It's also a very feasible set the Lego company can do.
Yeah, like almost no prints are needed, no new molds are needed, no
No new
minifigs are
colors
needed.
are
Like
needed.
honestly, it's probably one of the cheaper options for production, and I feel like because it doesn't have as many like weird prints or minifigs, it actually might have a slightly higher chance for generic Lego fans wanting to buy it compared to other stuff. Just because it's like, and generic fans will be like, oh, it's a Bionicle, not they won't know who it is, but like, oh, it's a Bionicle because it's the big robot. I think they'll kind of like look at that, be like, cool.
I will say though, as much as I do want to see Bionicles come back, it is starting to feel like the 90th anniversary of Lego as a whole really should go to something that's older, but I just hope the Lego company realize, maybe for the 25th anniversary of Bionicle, we'll get something special.
I can hope, but I doubt it. Really doubt it. But yeah, no, I can hope. So I feel like we mostly run out of steam. Like, to be honest, I think there was a little less to talk about exactly what we wanted to have because, like I said, there's not that many crazy options that Bionicle can actually have as this set.
As I said,
So-
you took all the ideas before we even got to drawers.
Well, like I say, I'm a bit of a chatterbox. A sexy, handsome chatterbox. And beautiful ladies, I'm single. Come
Sorry.
hit me up.
It is his podcast after all.
Yeah,
You've been warned.
It's called the Onvermel Report. So you boys are more here as well, I need something to talk off of, but don't get me wrong.
Not talk off of, talk over.
Hey,
We know
I
it's
said
our
that joke
flaws.
first earlier. Okay, you're stealing my jokes, sir. My jokes. So, yeah, don't worry. Not probably next week. We're probably going to be talking about something that's not the 90th anniversary set. So at least people can, not have to worry about that. Yes, Zach. Yeah.
As the co-host, I've already decided that we will be talking about Time Cruisers and how it deserves a reboot.
Hold on. Okay, he just said that on the.
start that right now, but
He also needs to remember, I edit these videos. I can cut that out if I wanted. But, maybe we will talk about. Okay, well, but why might not talk about Time Cruise next week? So, yeah. Basically, we want Bionicle. We want Great Spirit Robot. We probably sure it's not going to happen, but we can hope. like I said, we're just really hopeful people. We just want to see Bionicle get at least one last send off of a set, and I guess there's one reason why probably a lot of idea sets I don't think have gone as far because the list of Bionicle sets that people want to see aren't nearly as extensive as I think we'd like to believe because Bionicle builders are using building out of construction. We're not used to building out of the parts Lego has provided, so we have a lot less options of idea sets. You know what I'm saying?
Lego, listen to us. Eck over here, he's drawing tears from this statement.
I think that's just eye crusties, actually. A little bit something. But, ooh, dear, mic moves. So, yeah, like I said, this might have been a little bit more all over the place. This was a little bit. We really didn't plan this one as ahead of the time. Next week we do have a plan though, so that should be better. Yeah. Pleasure having you gents around. We just passed the 30-minute mark, so we did really good.
Just
Like I said,
we passed the 30
we won
subscriber
Bionicle.
mark.
We'll hope to see Bionicle. Whatever the set does win, whatever set does become, the 90th anniversary, we're probably all gonna buy it more likely than not. Well, I definitely am. Gerard probably will. Or
It's gonna be great.
there is no Gerard, only Eck.
They'll have my money.
They'll have your money too. I'm not spending. I'm just taking your money for it.
I'm not spending $600.
All right, everybody. So this is the end of the podcast. We are retiring from the night, and see you next time.
And subscribe if you like random ones.